Even stop them, they come up. These walls suffocate me on the daily, never been afraid, G. Yeah, gas for air, look instead, look who's there, stuck in silence, road of violence, final thoughts were fucking lost, never written, never wrote, and love is potent, never spoken on the past, things we did never last. Throw the past to the zone, hoping they leave us alone. Love to chase drugs and bass, throw them to the face, another addict, route the paddock, automatic death, counting final steps. Counting final steps. Counting final steps. Counting final steps.
Walls restricting my head, suffocating my air, and it never lets me go. Just a few steps from being whole. Walls they keep on closing in, hide it with materials, close again. Will they ever let me go? That's the question no one knows.
It's okay if the fell so long as you take as a lesson and not a loss. Chase your goals and conquer it all. When you make it be a leader, never be a boss. I've been staring at the stars, hoping one day I'll make it far. But doubt creeps around like a peep of time, trying to catch me off guard. Like whoa, I'm like whoa, where should I fucking go? Should I keep my 9 to 5 or should I rock the microphone? If I keep my job, I kill my dreams for a paycheck, so hell no. I'ma pick up the mic, spit these rhymes and rock the world with my songs.
These walls, never budging, never loving, everybody loves assumptions. Stuck in these walls forever. These walls, white as hell, fuck yourself, no one came when I rang the bell. Stuck in these walls forever. These walls, always talking, always mocking, guards came up, always stalking. Stuck in these walls forever, counting what? Counting final steps. Counting final steps. Counting final steps. Counting final steps.
Walls restricting my head, suffocating my air, and it never lets me go. Just a few steps from being home. Walls they keep on closing in, hide it with materials, close again. Will they ever let me go? That's the question no one knows.
If you bout to slide, slide with caution. Shorty hit me, said she need a ride to the function. I can never do you wrong, never sorry. Slid with the gang, we took your hoes from the party. Rose gold on my paddock with my new ride. Foreigns in the garage, all my hoes say hola. Rose gold on my paddock with my new ride. She like to heat it up, I say baby cool out. We don't got no room for that. Oh, I just made the room for the opportunity. Gotta get in tune with my moves. I can show you who you really was supposed to be. Diamonds on my way, diamonds on my baby. Yeah, he talking, he get hit. Yeah. I move very shady and I do not get no shits. Yeah. She won't give me top, make her pay me for a lick. She gon' pay me like a trick. There's some real big choices, I'm the one that's gon' decide. They talking shit to me, that's why every song is a reply. Hermes with the number 9, I'ma fly down. You can't put your city on, how you put me on? Told them I already won, I already won. I don't wife a bitch till I'm 31. Told me that she want a song, we already done. See me in my zone already gone, yeah. If you bout to slide, slide with caution. Shorty hit me, said she need a ride to the function. I can never do you wrong, never sorry. Slid with the gang, we took your hoes from the party. Rose gold on my paddock with my new ride. Foreigns in the garage, all my hoes say hola. Rose gold on my paddock with my new ride. She like to heat it up, I say baby cool out. We don't got no room for that. Oh, I just made the room for the opportunity. Gotta get in tune with my moves. I can show you who you really was supposed to be. Yeah.
Shout out my cousin Laura.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck her.
Yeah, Christian.
Hey, she don't give me no money. She don't even talk
She don't
to
give
me.
me no money though.
Hey,
Fuck her.
hold up. I met your bitch on Christian Mingle. Like Lauren, drop a Christian single. This is that drug dealer jingle. I matched with a bitch with a kid. Fuck it, yeah. I still went and slid. I fucked a bitch and I hid. You must be smoking on mid. You must be tripping off Sid. If you think I'm gonna cuff. Christian bitch taking these drugs. Christian bitch giving me love. Yeah, before marriage. White bitch, her name Karen. Ex-boyfriend named Clarence. I'm gonna take her to Paris to flex on them. Yeah, then I might go to Japan. I'm tricking out for these Zans. That's my B, I give her a plan. Whoa, no babies. You ain't my number one lady. NASCAR go 280. My bitch slim, so shady. All of my dogs got rabies. I put a molly and I feel shaky. I take these Xannies every day, it's daily. I'm going crazy, no one can save me. Addict, I remember trapping in the attic. Trapper go semi-automatic. If finna shoot up your palace. I hang with the Cowboys, like I'm in Dallas. I ball like the Mavericks.
Yes, sir.
I ball like the Magic. Wonderland like I'm Alice. Yeah, I got a ball, sweating off this out of raw.
Yes, sir.
I throw the money in the air, then I'm gon' go and watch it fall. Christian bitch working the pole. Yeah, I might tell the priest. I put my dick in her feet.
Wait, did I really just say that shit? Did I really just say I put my dick in her feet? Yes, I did. And there's nothing you can do about that shit either. So, fuck you. But thanks for listening to the song, you know what I'm saying? But still, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your dad, fuck your sister, fuck your fucking grandma and your dog, bitch, and your cat, and the fucking raccoon that lives in your...
Shorty said she coming with a breakfast, cause she saw a young nigga pull up in the Rover. Now she said she wanna come over, yeah, but I don't want no love. I just wanna make the moolah la, yeah, the moolah la. I just wanna make the moolah la. Go home all screaming ooh la la, yeah. Shorty said she coming with a breakfast, cause she saw a young...
Looking up the chimney thinking, where is Mr. Santa? Thinking about unwrapping presents, what's he gonna get ya? Sucking on the candy, can you wait until he comes? Yeah, Santa's in the lavatory, taking fucking shits, bruh. Looking up the chimney thinking, where is Mr. Santa? Thinking about unwrapping presents, what's he gonna get ya? Sucking on the candy, can you wait until he comes? Yeah, Santa's in the lavatory, taking fucking shits, bruh.
Home alone, baby, I don't know. Sitting right here till Christmas morning. Looking at the time, he's here for sure. Chugging up dip from my Oreos. Laying in the fork at a kick back. Eating up cookies from heart attacks. Looking up crumbs like a goddamn rat. D, I'll load into the game. Now, how about that? I cannot turn it down. Holiday songs, I play them loud. Decked the hoes like a Christmas clown. Looking up a tree, that shit's profound. Mr. said I waited long enough. Just to compare, I really want my stuff. Drinking eggnog, yeah, straight from the cup. He probably rolled over and the snow fucked up. In the fort, and I'm laying low. Looking for that Rudolph nose. Window closed with a red glow. If I had a tag, I'd shoot it though. Santa sneaking like tippy toe. Shoulder sack that's full of hoes. That is hey hoes, my ho-hos. You know the ones with the chocolate swirls. Gotta go bust my nuts. Snap it, they go crunch, yeah. I'm enjoying myself, but it's cinnamon swirl of who knows what. In the nest like duck. Candy canes I suck. Santa's coming in one way, he doesn't give a fuck, bitch.
Looking up the chimney thinking, where is Mr. Santa? Thinking about unwrapping presents, what's he gonna get ya? Sucking on the candy, can you wait until he comes? Yeah, Santa's in the lavatory.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the semifinals of the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1, where we'll be finalizing the grand final spots to crown the best Malaysian collegiate team. We're out here on the broadcast, Desdad Femina and Dropout Candy, putting the shout in Shoutcasters live on the official YouTube channel of DeVicto. We'll be commentating two best of threes for you today, starting it out with Superior Division versus SANKAI. That'll commence in just a minute, and later at 8 p.m., we'll be wrapping everything up with Team Ratata versus ESC EQUINE. A pretty wild day ahead of us, right, Dropout?
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild day, but this first match is something to actually watch out for. Yes, we didn't see Superior Division come up in the quarterfinals bout because they did get a bye against Exorcism, but the other side though, SANKAI, they had to go through a grueling 2-1 scoreline from last week in order for them to get this semifinal spout. Looking at the map bans though, it looks like we'll only be seeing Ascent as one of the only maps that SANKAI has actually played in. They actually banned Icebox from Superior Division, which is their preferred map. So it's gonna be Bind first as the first map. Split's gonna be the second map. The Descent will be the decider map here. And looking at it, Superior Division, we still haven't seen what they could be capable of doing here, Dad. But I feel like they have something in store for us here.
So it's like we don't have any much basis for any history around Superior Division, which could actually be their advantage heading into this series. Because again, a lot of these Malaysian collegiate teams have been studying each other for them to have a bit of an advantage over them. But if Superior Division actually have that history before the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1, then it could be their opening thing where they could find a lot of these strats happening. But this time, since this is the new patch, then Superior Division could play around that and play around the new meta, especially now that they're hovering over the Yoru pick on the Bind map, one of his more prioritized maps in the Valorant pool. And you could also see that he's always paired up with the Fade, but this time it's going to be a different initiator story this time around. Two initiators, it's not going to be Fade, it's two flashes coming in the way of Superior Division with Sexy MCD picking up the Sky, Somniac also with the Breeze, with the Breach actually. And what this tells me is that they're in for an all-out war. A lot of utility heavy on the defensive side, and that could be translated well, especially on the second half. While on the other side though, they have a bit of a balanced team comp, especially that they have all the roles filled up for all of these sides. But they also have to consider the double duelist comp that they have for themselves.
Yeah, the double duelist comp though, it's pretty interesting on Bind. Yes, they do have a Cypher, right? The only problem is they only have 1% of information, and that doesn't really give you true information with the Sky. Yes, you have the Dog. Yes, you have the Seekers, but if you don't have anything that can actually reveal out where they are, a la the Sova or the Fade, which is one of the newer agents here in Valorant, well, they're gonna have a harder time here actually looking in the corners, and they need to work in tandem as well, because the only person that has the flash initiative here is the Sky. Looking at it on the other side though, they don't have a Sentinel at all. So what their objective here is on the defending side is to get as much rounds as possible, because on the attacking side, they're much preferred to win on that side, because that would mean that they have a lot of initiates to go with, a lot of flash as well, because look at it, there's 3 flashes on the defending side, and I'm scared when it comes to the second half here, Dad.
So their defense is not going to be as strong and as reliable as possible. But what if they come out of defense and start putting the pressure on them as they come out of bases entirely? That's what the theme has been all around the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1. And I'm not going to be surprised if they take out that same prowess into this round right now, as we're heading into this first round. And SANKAI, they're not waiting any longer, just pushing on forward and even finding the Brimstone hiding inside the smoke. But it's the first blood out for SD so far. 1-for-1 trade into this aggressive take over to that B site. Somniac even using that aftershock correctly, even delaying the plant over to the members of the attack. But SANKAI have the B site on lockdown.
Yep, they do have a lot of flash to work here though, and they burst out the seams, but Titanium holds outside. Kazu again with another one. They just hold it down for now. Sexy, the last person, not able to get the last kill there, as Blaze will ignite it up here. 1-0 for the side of SANKAI.
Yeah, what an aggressive take out from SANKAI. I mean, they had no secure over that hookah area, which then leads them to make it a bit more easy on their side. Nobody to fortify that B hookah side, which means a free entry for the members of SANKAI this time around, especially while they had to play off of the flashes that they have. Titanium was in the perfect spot as the smoke dissipates. He had that quick double that already translated into another advantage in the favor of SANKAI so far, and because of that, they're able to get the 5 Spectres across the board for the members of the attacking team.
Yeah, they don't want to waste any eco at all for this next round, so they're gonna try to go all out as well. They do have a bunch of shorties over to that U-Haul, and if they catch at least one, but Abuser with the lineup gets 2 in the chamber. Blaze getting 1 over to Heaven, only last person remaining though. It is their eco round. It seems that they're not gonna get the kills after all. A flawless victory here for SANKAI. And well, they saved their armor as well for this next round.
Yeah, not so much minimal damage as well, so they keep a lot of the Spectres up the pocket. The members of Superior Division, they had to fall back on trying to deal as much damage as they could to the members of SANKAI, who already had this round in the bag anyways from the start. Now, Superior Division though, this is their time to at least try as much as they can to tie it up into the start of the 3rd round, especially for 4 players who, for Superior Division, have the rifles in their hand. But if you look at how the Yoru has in his pocket, it's a Judge. And if they could try to bait out the angle over towards that A short side, and that Judge could deal as much damage, but it's Kazu with his Vandal who takes that first shot over to Blaze, who was trying to take map control over to the Showers area while production is walking up, especially with the support of that Trailblazer, but not hitting the shots onto Titanium with a second frag from Intense so far. A 2-for-1. It's the advantage getting over to the members of the attack, but already getting traded out as Sexy is waiting inside U-Haul and even gets a double for his troubles.
Yup, it's 2v3 just like that though, and now they have the advantage going in. Kaiman though has to hold out so much of the side, gets the molly out to delay the inevitable. Thing is though, they have to check so much. Kaiman gets 1 kill though. He might get a second one and he goes huge. Diner versus Decipher. Spectre versus Phantom, they know where he is, and he gets caught out pants alone, and he still gets the shot regardless! 17 HP, doesn't even matter. But it was a costly round for the side of Superior Division. They still get the round regardless, but at what cost though for this next round?
He doesn't give 2 cents about that trapwire that actually could have played so much in the favor of that Cypher, but because he was whiffing the shots on the Brimstone, then it didn't really matter at all. Even if he was in a disadvantageous position, and he was able to flick on forward towards that Cypher slide on the A short side and able to even get the win. But that's the only silver lining that they had in that round dropout, especially with the amount of damage that they had in the bonus round from the members of SANKAI, who had to run them over with the Spectres, all because of the secure around that Shower side while they were trying to attempt to play aggressively around that A shore. Now, because of that, they have to force buy a lot of these guns, but that Judge at least takes a lot of damage or to Intense, but SANKAI are still walking up over to that A short side, even finding the breach right now.
Yep, and they're gonna try to push up here. Blaze!
Ooh!
Rolling!
Spike planted.
Fire here now. JF Production does have a Judge in hand. Does not get the flick in time, and Intense. Putting the intensity here as Blaze gets another one. All left to Sexy. Judge in hand. Does have the element of surprise, but might have seen the barrel here. Not gonna commit. Pushes just in the nick of time, but not enough damage to be here as R301 Abuser getting another round on the board. A flawless, in fact. Looking at the economy here, they are gonna be here for a while, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the best money, especially that they force bought a bit on the defensive side. A lot of judges across from the 2 players of Superior Division, and we're seeing the effects of at least not being able to manage the eco as the round progresses. As you're looking at the scoreboard right now, they don't have the most healthy economy moving forward. SANKAI have been snowballing a bit of this victory, and despite them losing that 3rd round, then you can definitely put out a lot of the money on on the attacking side. A right click not gonna hit from Kazoo, as he doesn't have anything to work with this time around. The best of defense, but not the offense that he's looking for. An aggressive takeover from SANKAI, building up from the confidence they had in the previous round. Just intensity all across the board from the attacking side, as Intense himself gets a double, and the duelist as well. Blaze gets a frag from himself, a triple kill from Intense, a right click from Somniac, a double from the Breach, even has access to the Phantom online, but it's not gonna be enough, as Titanium himself just lays the final coffin onto the hands of the defense.
And they're having a bit of a nightmare here for the side of Superior Division, not getting around here in this first half. Yes, they do have the preferred side over in the second half, but they need to get at least around on the board here, or else SANKAI is gonna have a lot of momentum getting into this for real. But for now though, another gun round goes in the board for Superior Division, and if they want to get this round, they have to go aggressive here because they have 3 ultimates available, and I hope they'll be able to get a pick here over to mid. No information though, but the Seekers are available to them.
It's kind of interesting to see as well what kind of ultimates are online. They have a bit of that firepower in the post plant, but with the Seekers up from Sexy, I mean, this could at least give them a bit of information from the defense and respond correctly. But speaking about that showstopper, he already finds the sky inside Hookah. Despite him getting blinded from the fake out, he does get the frag and the value out of that ultimate. But Somniac could actually deal as much damage over to the Hookah side. But the attack has already secured over to that beast side. It's a 2 versus 4 while Somniac alone is trying to hold things down. But Titanium just slaps him with the weapon that he has. Another from the duelist, and another win coming in the way of SANKAI as they push their lead.
Glorious domination here in the first half, and look at the credits that SANKAI has collected here the past couple of rounds. Blaze is already with 10 kills on the board and might even go for more here at the end of the first half. And looking at it, they haven't really played any default strategy yet for the side of SANKAI, because all they've been doing is just pushing into one side. It's been working well so far for them, Dad.
They're alternating too. This is one of the strats that works out in solo queue. They're putting it on full display in the semifinals. Man, I mean, if this just shouts how dominating they can be, then I don't know what could be. Blaze though, trying to start off the entry with the Blade Storm and the movement, but it's the smoke that actually catches him off guard with the Ghost online from Sexy, but 2 kills traded out immediately by SANKAI. Just speaks so much of their firepower looming into this round as Somniac finds himself in a 1v4. The same gun that dinks off one of these players off, but I mean, it's a Ghost, and I think he has a Spectre up to boot so far for the defense, but against 4 players who are running and gunning after him, it's looking like a really good opportunity for the attack. That's a kill over to the Brimstone, but if the smoke's out for the members of the attack, they're trying their best to at least deal as much damage with the knives, but in the end, he only got 2 kills out of that. But in response, it's another win for the members of SANKAI.
Yes, they did cost them a bunch here the last round, but for the side of Superior Division, damage has already been done both the game and mentally, because they've been already playing with knives here, and I mean, for the side of SANKAI here, they've been going so well here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just take this entire half without giving a Superior Division a single round here on the board.
Just snowball effect all across for SANKAI. And this time, they're not only displaying that they have the difference in terms of the aim, but I think their comp is just overall better in this first half. I think that also plays into the fact that Intense and Blaze are playing so well off of the util offered by the attack, but as I praise him, it is Blaze who gets the first blood towards his side, and Superior Division, they're able to trade it all off. A 2-for-1. SANKAI are now in the numbers disadvantage because of this. They have to at least slow down at the heck of things, but they're not slowing down at all. They even use that ultimate, the orbital strike over to Daner, but in the trade of things, it is still Daner who gets the frag and a double out from the Brimstone. A 1 versus 4. R301 Abuser, the only man standing for SANKAI, but so far, it's not going to be working out as he only has the Vandal to boot.
And he's going to be holding out for now. Yes, does have they aim to do it, but can he abuse his Vandal here for this round? Has
30
to check all of
seconds
the
left.
corners as well, has to check right as well, but Somniac, that's a free kill. And finally, they stop the bleeding for now. Superior Division, they get another round on the board here.
Oh, it's a cleaner defense this time around for Superior Division. It was an aggressive takeover to that B side. I believe that the members of Superior Division recognize that they've been alternating between sites for at least a couple of these rounds coming into this one now. And man, the trades were literally, they are tunnel visioning around sectors where they don't even need to at least fortify the attack, but for Superior Division, it was just a clean take, a clean response all out from the aggressive SANKAI. Or the leg shot from the op should slow down a bit for Intense to try to at least take map control, but he's not the duelist. Heading forward, it's Blaze who gets the lights out, knocked out of him. It's Sexy who takes the first blood over, and even sprays on the smoke. He knows that they're still gonna commit on towards the A short side, but R301 Abuser is able to catch them. A double kill out from the sky, but all of the chaos happening through the A short side, it's an opportunity for SANKAI to at least take control of that B site.
Yeah, but now they have to check on both sides. Orbital Strike is available, gets a little bit of the ticks there coming in from the sky. Trying to push out. Elbow's already contested, and JM Production gets one kill. And that's getting with another, and it's all up to Somniac. He gets one through the flash, and now he just walked in front. Intense, the last person remaining. He doesn't have any HP, and that's gonna be a peek, though. No, he doesn't commit. Flash instead, and he gets a kill as well. That's gonna be a clutch for Somniac. Looking like an Insomniac. 3-6 for Superior Division.
Insane clutch from the members of Superior Division this time around. They cut it a bit more close, especially with how they sandwiched these players all across the B site. SANKAI, though, they were taking a bit of their sweet time, especially with the perfect time out from Daner. With his orbital strike, they're not able to secure the objective and put the time on their hands, which then led them to be at least distracted for the time being. The opportunity for JF to take matters into his own hands and cut it a bit more close on his side. Now, it's an aggressive takeover to that B short, and again, the attackers are not going to be the ones taking the first blood. It's the defense with the operator, but already a trade, a 2-for-1 for SANKAI, as it's going to be the 2 kills needed from the duelists themselves. A 3 versus 4, while the members of Superior Division are left trying to catch up. They left the spike all alone, and a lot of the chaos happening on B side. They're not able to secure the objective.
Yeah, not yet, though. They do hear the footsteps, and now Jet is left alone to check outside behind, though. Uh-oh.
Oh, no! No!
Ah! Oh!
No,
He was gonna get knife. Yeah. It's a good thing that Sexy just looked at the right place at the right time. Blaze, though, playing this spike. All left to Daner and Somniac. Well, Somniac gets downed out. It's all left to Daner. Gets one kill, though. Has to check through elbow. Tries to go for the jump peek, but in a war between two fronts, Titanium will take out Daner here. 7-3, and SANKAI, they hold their ground for now, getting another round on the board.
Oh man, I mean, in their intense aggression towards taking that B site, they all together, all 5 of them, left the spike all alone in market. That just speaks volumes into how much invested they are into trying to take site without any hesitation whatsoever. That could be a sign of them forgetting about the one thing that's important, and that's taking the spike over to the objective side. But they're so far ahead that that kind of mistake actually did not matter for the members of SANKAI that time around. For Superior Division, though, they're not able to win out the gunfights that they needed, and this timeout could be instrumental into trying to at least restart their mental backup. They need a bit of a pause to at least try to know how their fights are not winning in their favor. I believe they don't have the wrong agents in these sort of scenarios. Yes, it's not a defensive comp, but I feel like there are moments in a lot of those gunfights that could have changed the pace of that game. And for SANKAI, they're just playing off a snowball effect this time around that Superior Division, they just have to play catch up at this point.
Yeah, the catch up's gonna be tough here for Superior Division, but if they get the last 2 rounds here, it might be good for them. But for now, They get to hold off with whatever they can here. Spectres, Sheriffs, and Ghost as well. Flash out. Spectre. Oh, that's not good. Wait, what? What? How did the boombot not?
Dude,
Valorant?
Dude,
I love
that's,
Valorant.
Dude, that's see with girls.
That's me. That's true. Oh, he had a nice Kazu with a double kill. All right, okay. Now they tie things up. They have the rifles here in CT. Thing is though, it's been mollied out. Only Kazu holding the Vandal in hand here. If he can get to kill her over the elbow, Neurotheft's gonna be activated, and now Titanium gets one quick kill over to J Production. Sexy as well, holding his side in CT, and Kazu almost getting a kill though, but they just clean things up here. 8-3, and SANKAI, they have the superior hold here in the first half.
Last round before
No, I mean, they know when to be aggressive and they know when to pull back when they have control over the site. This time, SANKAI didn't even need to come out of CT to display how much dominance they had all over that B site. All they needed to do was watch over the entrances, the possible entryways outside of CT and elbow, which then made it a bit more, I would say, in their favor for the members of SANKAI. Now that they not only fortified a defense over to that B site, but they also were able to clean up their post-plant advantages as well. This time though, for Superior Division, they have the money to at least contest against an aggressive push, but when you have two judges, it's always the attack that has the advantage this time around. Intense able to get that first blood. Kazu, though, the duelist as well, is able to pop off, but two quick kills from the Raze and the Jet out from SANKAI right now. Triple kill out from Raze. 1v3, all left up to Sexy, who has to prove that he's not only sexy, but talented enough to take off this clutch.
He starts it off with one kill, though. Dog's gonna be out, gets destroyed immediately. Titanium trying to contest the peak, but he gets punished instead by Sexy, and it's all up to him. MCD, looking like a permutation here. Can he go for more? Has to check the U-Haul spot as well. And he might get the jump here, as this guy is slowly but surely getting the flank. That's gonna be a kill up for him. There's no way. Oh my god! The disrespect from Abuser! He drops the Vandal and he knifes him for good effect. What a statement here by SANKAI. Holy!
Oh man, I wish we had a replay for that. Honestly, that was the highest form of disrespect from R301 from User. I mean, this guy, he didn't even need to play Ring Around the Rosie. He already knew that he was coming out of CT that time. It was so close for the defense to at least try to make that 1v3 happen for him. The problem was that he already made his presence known around CT. Yung problema nga lang, the problem is for the defense is that they cut it a bit too close because of the 1v1s. But R301 Abuser decides not to take those 1v1s lightly and played around the info, knowing that he could be playing around that CT side, and even ran around the U-Haul. Now, GF, he knows that there's an ult orb being taken, but already a trade-off, a 2-for-1, but already action happening all over the bind map. It's now a 3 versus 2. SANKAI in this 3-9 scoreline are looking like they have the numbers advantage so far.
Yeah, and now they've seen where Intense is. Might as well just rotate out all the way to B site instead and leave the Raze to himself. Thing is, the Abuser does have the shorty in hand. If he can get the jump over to Hookah, this might be over for them. Does he have the guiding light though? No! That's gonna be... Oh, he's gonna get picked out! No, he doesn't kill him just in the nick of time, and Intense does have the ghost though. Brimstone, not a lot of HP. No, he doesn't get the jump, and now Intense, he has his presence known. He gets concussed here out of his mind, and Hookah, can he get the kill over the pipes though? Not gonna be a given as both of them try. Oh, no, tries to jump down. No, they baited him. Another bait. Intense. Oh, okay. This guy snazzy. He wants to go for another one. He's trying to drop down for real. Gets the flash out. That's a good flash down, but can he get... He needs to get the breach though, but not enough. Insomniac. He is the vanguard onto this site. He just uses Brimstone as the bait, and they get the first round here in the board.
But how close that was over that A site. They needed that shorty double kill inside hookah to open things up for, for SANKAI here. R31 Abuser, he had the round in his hands that round, but that shorty only damaged at one player, and unfortunately not able to snowball it into that 2 versus 1 that they needed. They're gonna try to double down on it though, as opposed to the aggressive takes by SANKAI in the first half. They're playing passive this time around, just trying to let the members of Superior Division just take their superiority over to that hookah side, but it's again gonna be a takeover to the other side of the map, as the attack has already secured and infiltrated the U-Haul side, as Kazu can try to play around enemy lines, but 2 kills played by the Spectres up from Superior Division make that 3. 5 versus 2, while Blaze and Brimstone tried to play this retake. They don't have the best guns in this sort of situation, especially now that they are both on the lowest of HPs. 1 versus 5. Kaiman against 5 players who have the Spectres, only has the shotgun.
Can he go for a peek here though? Tries to reload, goes for another spot, tries to go for the knife. Gets shot out of his mind, has the Spectre, doesn't get the kill, and they never clean things up here. 5-9. Yes, they take 2 rounds, but this is the bonus round now, and SANKAI, they do have the gun advantage here for this next round.
SANKAI loves shotguns. I'm starting to wonder if like SK1 means shotgun Kai1. They've been playing that shotgun in the defensive rounds for back-to-back rounds now. Unfortunately, though, not going to be having the effect that they needed. And in this defense, they always love to try to fortify that hookah area. It's possible because if they try to bait out at least one of these players, that's the Jet. They are going to ignore the Brimstone on the other side. But since they've been playing this for like straight rounds now, I believe they could at least know about this one. They could at least know that the strat is there, but they're still pushing dry. Kaiman even gets that 1 kill over to Kazu, and Intense even provides a lot of that support over to the TP. 2 versus 4. SD, they have been slowed down momentarily, and the spike is not even within their reach.
Yeah, it's stuck in no man's land here. JF Production, left by his lonesome, does have the short. It feels like they do love shorties here in the Malaysian scene, and oh classic. Jesus, okay, that's a statement as well. And Sexy all left with his Phantom here. He can't even use the flasher at this point, because the moment he opens the door, he's gonna get shut out of his mind here.
Or he can just wait for the raise.
No. Through the wall as well. Did the nade give info to that? No way.
I don't think so.
No, right?
I think it was a lucky wall bang. They knew that he had nowhere else to run, so they just had to fall on the lucky bullet that could finally find him inside
he
that
hugged the
seat.
sides, yeah.
I wish I could hug you by the sides.
That's true. When we meet, when
I meet you.
True. We're gonna have a room. We're gonna take a bath together. Those types of stuff.
I love that. Just squeeze scrub my back while I'm scrubbing yours. Right? Always that kind of a deal. But another aggressive takeover to that be alongside. But it's Blaze who gets the first blood, but traded off immediately was Kazu. 1-for-1. It's the Yoru against like the Jet. In this sort of trade, I feel like they have more value out of like taking at least one of the attackers out.
Oh yeah, but I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he headshotted him, but it didn't kill him. The Vandal, it's an insta kill with a headshot, but for some reason, it was a wall bang at that close range. I'm surprised he didn't get killed out, but they're gonna try out to push out in this area now. There's a Cypher Cage lying and waiting, but foolish. That's disgusting. That was a wall bang headshot. What? Okay.
That's two. It's a double.
That's 2 shots? Okay.
That's 2 shots. If you can see, he was double tapping over to that A short side. It first hit the box, but then he readjusts over to the other angle, which doesn't really cover over that head. Sexy though, it just drops his Vandal. outside of Showers, but it's Daner who gets that frag over to Intense. The takedown into the 10 seconds to try to do something. The objective hasn't been confirmed, and they're also going to get stopped by the trap wire. Because they have no time to plant, all that they can hope for is at least exits, but it's Sexy and Daner who exit outside of this round. Another win for the members of SANKAI so far, and they only need 2 more to snowball it into taking game 1.
And look at the amount of ultimates available for the side of SANKAI. 4 of them available, except the Seekers here from Abuser. But regardless, Superior Division, they're gonna have to have a little bit of a miracle here if they want to make this comeback happen. And looking at the buys right now, it is not looking too great for them for this round.
They gotta hope that one of these players goes
that's
to
a
the toilet.
headshot.
Woohoo! That's a wall bang. It's not a double tap, so it's not enough to kill him so far. Intense though,
Oh no,
even
someone's
uses
gonna
that
die.
paint shell. It's the right place. Even destroys a bit of the armor out from one of these players. He even use the ultimate showstopper, but it's the Bucky that stops him. However, before he TPs, it's a kill over to the Yoru. Trailblazer out and even finds Kaza right now in support of that. That's the ultimate out from Blaze. At 1 versus 4, a double kill from Jet as well. Match point already in the hands of SANKAI this time around for game 1 and dropout. This first series, it's gonna be over before we even expect it.
Yeah, and again, like every round, it felt like SANKAI was the one pushing up instead of Superior Division, and this puts wonders for the side of SANKAI because they're super confident in their plays, and it's been showing the past couple of rounds. They're the ones initiating the fights here, and Superior Division, try as they might, they're not able to get an advantage here over in the second half. They've only gotten the first 2 rounds. The Dimensional Drift gonna be used though. It's gonna be the smoke out. Get the concuss out, but Somniac, he gets 1 kill. Daner as well, and Kaiman, he holds off!
What?
Hoka by himself! Regardless of the flash, regardless of the concuss. It's gonna be Sexy though getting the kill over to Kaiman. Intense getting a trade kill. Now it's a 2v2. They might be able to TP up all the way to A side. But they have the tripwires though, courtesy of the Cypher. And if he gets spotted out and Cypher kills him before when he gets the plant, it's gonna be over.
One enemy
Gonna split up.
Oh
And
god.
Sexy, he could have provided support over to the Brimstone. Now, because he gets taken out over towards a B-long side, it's all up to Daner. Has a bit of the smokes and the util to work that in this round
What
right
is
now.
that? What is
But
that camera?
Titanium and Intense alive in this 2 versus 1. The camera is, I don't think it's providing so much of the value. I believe they know already that Brimstone is over towards that A side, not needing the camera for support this time around. Now, he already has to clear over that triple side, but Titanium just, in the middle of his lurk, just finds the Brimstone where he needed him to. It's a 5-13. Game 1 going in the way of SANKAI, and it's a bit of an interesting game to say the least.
Yep, the head of the table goes in the way for SANKAI here in the first game, but then again, Superior Division, we haven't seen their stuff yet. This way, whose pick was this? I'm trying. This was Superior Division. This was SD's pick. So now, SANKAI, they're gonna be playing on Split, which is probably their preferred map here, because looking at the map bans from the previous match, the other side did decide to ban out Split. So now, this is SANKAI's comfort map, and I'm gonna be as confused as you are, because looking at the scoreboard, Intense, 26 kills.
Yeah, look at his ACS too. 420. Blaze it from Intense, who was using so much of his duelist role to full potential. 4 first bloods, trying to start off so much of that action. Not only did he perform so well when he was on the defense, but it was in the attacking rounds where he shined so much. He was one of the entry fraggers and was always the primary key into turning it for the map control for the members of SANKAI, as we always see Blaze try to split up with him over towards A short when he was trying his best to dash on forward, but Intense, he was always putting a lot of that pressure and burden around Showers and Hookah. This guy just knows when and where he wants to push, and onto Superior Division, who for the most part have been losing out in a bit of these trades. It was all thanks to Intense, putting a lot of intensity over to the defense, not even giving them enough space and time to breathe right as he pushes on, and the attack, all supported by him going for the entries, was pretty on point for SANKAI, to say the least.
Yeah. And again, when we come back here, we're gonna see if it's gonna be a quick 2-0 here or gonna be a banger 2-1 scoreline here. But we'll be back shortly. My name is Dropout Candy, and with me is Dad Feminine. This has been the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back for more.
I love Dropout.
reach me. You know, lately it's occurred to me I had to miss you to find me standing all alone, right where you left me. Oh, I did it on my own. Now I finally feel free. And it's funny how it seems to go. The one you love the most is the one you shouldn't hold. Had to lose your lips to see the truth. Found me when I pushed through. Lived like I needed to without you. Without you. Without you, standing on my own, right where you left me. I did it on my own. Now I finally feel free. And it's funny how it seems to go. The one you love the most is the one you shouldn't hold. Had to lose your eyes to see the truth. Found me when I pushed through. Lived like I needed to. Let go too far, fall too far, like losing my mind without you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semifinals of the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1. We just saw Game 1 coming into the way of SANKAI as fast as they could. Now, we're heading onto the split map, and all of this, all possible, made possible by the organizers themselves. Madness events, all supported by ePulse and Fair Play. ePulse is the world-leading platform for gamers to compete and increase the excitement while playing their favorite esports titles. Come join the most exciting and fast-growing esports community of today, where you can enter tournaments with prize money and bragging rights on the line. Join ePulse today. Now, drop out. With that out of the way, let's get back into what we can talk about the series today. In that bind map, we saw a commanding victory out from the members of SANKAI, and that was the map pick of the opposition, actually. So this time, now that they're playing on the map pick of SANKAI, now on the split map, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time here on the split map because again, we didn't see superior divisions prowess here over in the first game. They might have something up their sleeve here on the second game because they are starting on the defense. But as we've learned from the last game, their comp, yes, they did take a gamble and eventually did not pay off in the end. Let's see if this next team comp here in Split will prove something of a difference maker here, because looking at it, SD Loud has been Diner has been replaced by SD Loud here. So again, a new player on the block here is gonna be the Sentinel for their side, and JF Production's gonna go on that controller role as well, playing Omen.
Man, I gotta tell you, for SD to actually play the Yoru in that bind map, it was risky to say the least. They tried to at least make that pick work, but they never really come out of the gate swinging like they wanted to in that pick. They needed a bit of support from somebody, maybe like Fade into their lineup, but maybe they're not as comfortable as they wanted to pick out that Fade to make it a bit more easier for the Yoru, but it made a bit more costly as that Yoru for the members of Superior Division didn't actually do well into that buy map. Now, because of that performance in that first game, they decide to swap out a bit of their players. Loud gonna be coming in except for Diner, means that Production or JF could actually go back to something more comfortable on his side. Maybe the Omen pick the controller out for the members of Superior Division, could deal with as much utility as he can, maybe put a lot more playmaking on his side compared to the Yoru that we saw in that previous game. Sexy back on the Sky that we saw him pull out previously in that game. Kazu also picking up the raise for himself. Somniac not to be going on the breach, instead be putting down a supportive role in the hands of the Cypher now. So SD's team comp says to me that they have to play more into a bit more flexible into this game. Now that they're starting on the defense, they have the Sage and the double Sentinel comp to support the slowdown that Split more or less actually forces you to play. But for SANKAI's hands, this is a bit more explosive to say the least. A double duelist comp again. Kaiman and R301 Abuser picking up a Yoru and a raise for themselves. And honestly, Split, I'm pretty surprised that SANKAI, despite it being on Split, actually decided to take out the Yoru in this map right now.
Yeah, and it's hard to say if SANKAI has the right call here. They have a double Sentinel comp. On the attacking side, they have no information getter here, so what's gonna happen for the attack? It's might be a slowdown approach here, as you said. They're gonna try to walk up here inside there to get a pick and probably use one of the flashes available here by the Omen or the Yoru. But look, it's a weird comp. I have not seen this comp in a while. It seems like a comp that you'd probably pick up in a comp game or in an underrated game. But
you know what?
Yeah?
To be real though, we haven't seen both of these teams perform on Split anyways.
That's true.
That if you remember a lot of the past games that we have, except for maybe the games over at probably the last day before we turn off the stream, it was pretty much puggy all across the board. So for SANKAI to pick up this sort of team comp, and for SD to play a bit more balanced now that they're at the brink of getting eliminated in the semifinals, then I'm not too surprised that they want to go back to fundamentals.
Fundamentals, but again, for Superior Division, yes, they are ready to go. They have double Sentinel comp as well, but they didn't forget that they have an initiator. Sky's gonna get picked up. Then we started around. It might be a burst over to the same main. Try to smoke up instead. They instead back off, leaving only the raise to that bomb site. Thing is though, if he can get the kill, might get the jump on them. No kills to be found as Abuser. He gets the first kill here, killing out Kazoo, and gonna be a 4v5 here. Somnia gets a kill over to Abuser, tries to play inside the smoke. Yeah, Production gets one kill, and suddenly it's a 3v4.
Man, I mean, it was a lackluster attempt at trying to fortify that heaven side, but SD are recovering really quickly, especially now that they got the kills that they needed to make that retake work. They didn't even need to retake the site altogether. They're playing the duels so perfectly for the defensive side. Now that they got the first round in on the board, it's a good sign that they have a bit of a lifeline back into this game.
A little bit of hope here for Superior Division, Hopium. But yes, getting the first round here, it's gonna give you a lot of momentum here moving forward. Get the second round, potentially the third round, bonus round. But again, as long as you get the rounds here on the defense, again, because Split is CT side. It's CT side here, so I like if you've seen Split go in like 2-10 or like 9-3, you'd be surprised the amount of comebacks this map has given us throughout the years. But if it's given us anything here to prove is that attacking side can be a cluster if they don't really do anything here to guard out all of the spots here in A main. But thing is though, Abuser is gonna be walking up, holding the Sheriff in hand, alongside with the Sage, just walking up on the ramp, trying to get a kill, but doesn't get any bit of information. Use the paint shells to bait out the TP, instead gets the smoke instead. And now, they just back off for now and wait for something to happen here.
At this point, they're trying to at least bait out a bit of the util for Superior Division. If you recall, Sexy puts out that Trailblazer in the mid side so early. I think he forgot that the wall was still up for his troubles, but SK1 are still trying to at least take control over that A Heaven side. A trade-off, a 1-for-1, especially with the attempt to try to lurk around, but Superior Division, they still have the better guns in their pocket to at least get so many of these kills happening for the defensive side. A pick-off though for SANKAI, they're able to secure the objective over to that B site, all while the chaos was happening at that A Heaven area. One tap!
Oh, that is the one tap that you want. Might get a second one here, but with only one bullet remaining, there's no way he gets the headshot here. Gets to switch on the classic instead. And a quick rundown here coming in from Superior Division, getting a second round on the board. A bit costly though with 2 people down, but they still have money left in the tank to buy out for this bonus round.
It was a decent take as well over towards that A Heaven side. The Rays did a really good job of dealing damage over to the Eco for one of these players. And that one bullet out from the Headhunter made a bit of the difference as well, which then forces them to at least buy as much guns as they possibly can, making it a bit more expensive for the side of Superior Division. But on the flip side for SANKAI, they, if I remember correctly, they also planted the spike over to that B site, so they have a bit of money to work with as well as have a bit of the window to fight off against SG right now, who still are going to be holding on to the guns that they had in the previous round. Blaze able to get that first pick off onto Kazu while he was trying to fortify the A site. Now, Abuser also finds himself around the screen's area, but gets traded off. Another frag over to SK1. 1 versus 3, Loud left all alone. But he only has a Spectre to work with here. Has to count to the members of SANKAI to push forward.
Yeah, and again, the damage done here for Loud already. Getting 2 on the board. Can he go for more though? Because of the spike being down, because of the smoke as well. He's probably more inclined to save here more than anything else, but if he can get the one more kill before he gets downed, not gonna happen though. Intense gets the last kill. Good damage though for the side of Superior Division there, as even though SANKAI did win that round out, don't have a lot of money to at least buy out for their squad. The Superior Division, they're gonna buy out for the gun round here.
Well, SANKAI doing a good job of recognizing that Kazu was trying to make heroics around A main. Not getting the kill that he needed. He was met with a bullet to the head. Because of that, they are able to entry on into that A site. But the problem was that they were taking a lot of the fights a bit more ballsy than they should have. They got traded out immediately by a lot of these players, and that means a lot of damage done onto the members now. But the judge deals a lot of damage to the members of SANKAI, as he even finds Intense and an upgrade to his weaponry. 1 kill over to SANKAI means that it's a 4 versus 5. They have slowed down a bit of their momentum as they try to infiltrate. A bit of a botched attempt at trying to put down the mid wall.
And the wall's fine.
No, it's not. Look at it. Look at it.
The wall's fine. You know, see, look how good the wall is. You know, it was botched, but you know, it staved off SANKAI. They didn't push in.
Task failed successfully.
Yeah. It was a bait the whole time, and even though the Omen is there with the spike, maybe he has some other plan here. Maybe bait out the entire team to push out here over to B site, force out a rotation. For now, oh, something, yeah. You don't know where they are. They get the wall up, and now they're gonna try to engage here. Thing is, the Omen's still stuck in mid. Can he get the kill out? Tries to get the smoke out. Tries to get the kill out. But the thing is, though, Superior Division, they're just getting all the kills on the board. You might as well just rotate out over the A site. Just leave the Yoro alone and just get the last kill. But GF Production gets the spray down that they want to, and a flawless victory at that for Superior Division.
I think they also got funneled in towards that side of that B site because of probably a problematic wall. It does actually do a lot of work to assist you into pushing onto that B site, but it also limits the options that you could have as you're trying to secure the B site all around for SANKAI. They also got slowed down because the Omen was a bit too late into trying to take the secure of the B site objective, because he had the objective and the spike within his hands. Was late to the party, and the party was into the works for Superior Division this time around. Because of that, they still have the guns in their pocket. And the flip side for SANKAI, they have to save up a bit of the money that they have right now. The pistol's not gonna work out, as it's the Vandal that takes the first blood over to Kaiman.
First blood again. This is their eco round, but they need to do a lot of damage here, or else Superior Division, they're gonna get away with the lead here. Kazudo, oh, that's the headshot. Well, I mean,
a jumping
well, I don't think so, but I'm inclined to say that it is, just for the sake of it. TP might be out, doesn't pull out the stops though. They do have the Cypher guarding in with the tripwires, gonna get destroyed in a bit as Somniac. Does he have a Cyber Cage here? Not gonna show up, but the rotations are gonna be found out. Hell's gonna be the contention here, and if Intense can get the kill here over the CT, does get one, but well before he gets a trade out, it's gonna be the plant down, and Intense, he gets another kill. Can he go for more though? Another kill, and that's gonna be a 4K for Intense. The ferocity of this man to go for more. Still only have one bullet in the chamber. He can go for it. He can peek out. No, he gets the wrong peek at the wrong time, and now it's a 1v1. Sexy has the full utility. It gets destroyed. Doesn't have any weapon to work with, but they know where he is at Titanium. He gets the last kill. Thrifty round. Just because of Intense getting 4 kills on the board. And he gets the Vandal as well, coming in from Titanium, getting the last kill, getting the jump onto Sexy. And they stop the momentum that Superior Division has been working hard to.
That round, it was an intense comeback from the chamber in the Tour de Force as well. Just amazing stuff out from the Tour de Force from Intense. But I also have to comment on Sexy's guiding light while he was trying to make that 1v1. He apparently got blinded off that side, and because of that, Titanium, he was able to win out the duel just because of that one small slip up, becoming a huge snowball effect into the victory for the members of SANKAI. Now, it's the judge out to work from production, but it's JF who gets first blooded off of this map. 4 versus 5, and they try to open up so much possibilities over towards that mid side, wall up as well from Superior Division, but the call is to go forward towards that vent side. The eventual drift even finds Sexy, but he doesn't have to use his weapon. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off into the takeover to the E-Heaven side, but he comes out of Dimensional Drift and even uses the fake out and the blind as well. Triple kill from Abuser, 1 versus 4. He tries to at least make this work, but in the end, he is only gonna get that 1 kill over to Titanium. Double kill onto Kaiman as well. 1v2, but gets met by the operator out from Intense. 3-3, tied everything up from SANKAI as they take A-Heaven control so perfectly.
The tide of battle's gonna be switched here, and SANKAI, they're in full force right now. Superior Division, they have to eco. They have nothing to work with here. Only having the Marshall and the Buckies as well to thwart off at least one of the off angles that they've shown to us over to this ramp side, but they can get a bunch of kills here. They could destroy the economy here for SANKAI and potentially get the thrifty round as well. We'll still have to see though, as this next round might be still in favor for SANKAI here, unless they do anything with these Buckies in hand.
Look at him playing with his Bucky around ramps. I had a Bucky like that, I'd be playing it all around, but it's an intense pick-off over towards that A side. One
Kill
tap
him.
over to Kaiman, but an ultimate moral theft before he dies to the hands of R301 Abuser. 4 versus 4. Everybody across the board from SANKAI only had low guns, but it's the operator. A lot of the money just putting a lot of advantages forward,
no.
but he wants the shot, and the Bucky in that range is just so deadly. Even picking up the operator out from the chamber and might even use it to his advantage. 3 versus 3 retake coming in for SD this time around, trying to at least sandwich these members, but again, most of them don't have the best guns in this sort of situation. They have to play it on through. They even trade 1 for 1, especially out from the operator of JF, but he picks up the Bucky and gets taken down as a punishment out from SANKAI. 3 to 4. It's an advantage and the lead coming in for SANKAI.
Yes, SANKAI did get the round, but again, Superior Division did do a good job at stopping at the economy being built up here by SANKAI, just using the Buckies in hand, in tow as well, and playing in the smoke. Gives them a lot of information here with the retake. Only problem was, yes, I do respect the Bucky play instead of the operator in hand coming in from JF Production, but he didn't get the shot in time. The pellets did not... it did hit, but it didn't do enough damage at the end of the day. And now, 43 as it might, it's gonna be a one-way smoke here. Fake out, it's gonna get blinded out. Nobody gets killed for now. Seeker's out already by the sky. And JF Production's gonna get the kill before he gets TP'd out. Just in the nick of time as MCD gets 1 kill. Odin in hand. Titanium still pushing up. Kazu's right there, lying and waiting. He has the showstopper. That's gonna be a quick kill. Gets a TP out. Can he get the kill though through the smoke? He has the reload as well. He doesn't get the shot, and Kazu gets 2 quick kills. All of the Titanium, but it's gonna get thwarted out. As soft as he can be. They tie things up once again.
Good lord. I mean, it was so messy as the trades come in. Members of SANKAI, they've tried to fortify at least that defense over to that A site, but they retreated as the threat of that ultimate out from the Rays just forces it into a bit of a, I'd say, thwarted hold on towards the spike on that A site. And because of that, it opens up a window for Kaiman to take control of that 1v2. It surprises me, to say the least, that that operator was not hitting the shots as well. And if it did, we would have been seeing a bit of a different outcome in towards this match. I mean, SANKAI, they dropped the ball at that time, but they still have a bit of the money to at least try to contest. But it's the Odin that at least sprays down the defense into this 4 versus 4, especially now that Titanium trades at 1 for 1.
1 for 1, and Sexy is just holding their ground here over the middle area. Okay, relax. Down bad again. Oh, Titanium's gonna die. Goodbye. Oh, he's not dead. Oh.
No.
He got the TP on that. But oh no, Sexy's gonna push up. I respect the hustle, and oh my, Somniac has an Odin as well. Okay.
2 Odins. It was Somniac's Odin that started off First Blood, and it was the surprise that they had 2 Odins. So they pulled out 2 Odins out of their pants, and suddenly all left up to Titanium in this 1v3. Has the Vandal in his hands, but apparently the Bulldog was enough. They had weird weapons across the board for Superior Division, but is it really weird if you wander around? I don't think so.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think it's weird at all. I like the Odin play. Oh, Sexy's
like
thinking
your
about
Odin.
it. Yeah, I like you. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
No, you're crazy.
Oh, I'm crazy for you. Oh.
Sheesh.
Sheesh, that's crazy, but good lord. Well, again, flirting aside, the 5 to 4 for the side of Superior Division. Oh my. Okay. It doesn't even get to peek that round. Hello. That's just unfair.
That's just Superior. Out from Superior Division, and going back to the fundamentals, the rifles, after that Odin First Blood, is just taking a bit of these kills again. They can reclaim the spike since it is near them, but it's the pistols this time around. What is happening? Can't we just go back to the ages of rifles? It's the judge. Everybody has different weapons in this. What kind of match is this dropout?
It's looking like a bit of Battlefield 5 here. You know, we got the support players. Yeah, we got gun game here, yo. We got the Odin. Yo, we got our rifleman here. And
Yeah, buffalo
on the-
chicken wing.
Yeah, on the other side we got a medic, you know. Yeah. Do we have recon in this game? Any operators? I mean the chamber's there. He has Tour de Force. He could technically be recon, you know, but no one's gonna be peeking out here for now. 5v5 still, and now SANKAI, they bought Odin's as well. It's gonna be a degenerate battle here. I don't like this. It's not good.
I don't like it.
Oh, no.
Kaiman,
Oh,
he has a
no.
good entry, but he got smashed by the Odin despite him getting blinded. Is able to spray on down, but Blaze at least comes out with the Phantom double kill over to the members of the Anchors with the triple kill out from Blaze, even resurrecting one of these members online. Not able to TP out of danger, gets taken out of the picture. 1v3. All left up to Sexy, but he also has the Odin, and this comes into the question that he can do this. 100 bullets, and even spending 12 of them onto Titanium. 1v2, even spotting out the Sage on the backside of things, but he has to clear crossfire of sorts, but it's the Phantom alone on top of one of the boxes in backside that takes him out. It's not the Odin, it's not an operator, it's a Phantom that actually clears it out for SANKAI.
I like the wall as well for Blaze here. It's one of those walls that you don't expect to happen, and it kind of defeats the purpose of the wall when you block yourself out. But in that case, you kind of bet on the fact that the guy was using an Odin, and because of the accuracy of the Odin not being too accurate in the first couple of bullets, well, Blaze is gonna have a good time there with the Phantom in hand. Just takes him out 6-5 just like that, and well, we might be looking for a tie here unless Superior Division, they try to gun out bid, but Odin, it's a bit, they're reaching. It's not working out for them. Might as well just give up on the fact, but Somniac doesn't give up on his philosophies after all. Tries to go for one more peek, tries to spray them down, but no one's gonna get peeked out after that neural theft.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more late on the information, and Blaze even catches him sleeping. Ultimate online, showstopper, and it at least takes control over the B Heaven side. Even comes out of the smoke and even finds Loud here. A double kill from the Raze. Satchel peeks out from Kazu. Even finding the kill over to Titanium. But Abuser just takes so many of these multi-frags that he's instrumental into these wins. But Sexy is still left alone in a 1v2 that's still doable on his side. And he even pulls out that Seekers knowing that it's two people around the Heaven, but R301 Abuser alone drags him down to hell. 6-6 for the score as SANKAI tie things up against Superior Division as we move on over to the second half with everybody dropping all of their Odins down.
No Odins, just pistols, you know. In this round, well, I can't really compare it to Battlefield 5 because nobody uses their pistols there, you know. Well, switching to your secondary is certainly faster than reloading, but in this round, well, you only have a secondary weapon. So what can you do? Switching to your knife? I don't know. Switch to your knife. Oh?
You go over to Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege where you could just press V and you could melee.
That is true. But you know, you have a knife in this game. You know, in Siege, you have a melee, right? But don't they use like the butt stock or no?
No. They use a knife. They have
a knife. That's true. How can they? You know what? I'm not gonna ask the logic of how they pull out their knife so fast in Siege or Valorant. But there is one thing for sure that I have confirmed is that Kaiman wants to push out, and he had no one supporting him. And now Superior Division, it's 5v2, and it's not looking too great for SANKAI here.
Right click, Blaze. He did, but not. He did, but he didn't hit it into the head.
That's
Intense now. 1v5, two bullets in the headhunter. Even pulls out the classic, but it's the right click from Sexy who takes him out. Everybody gets a piece into this round. It's because of that, Superior Division can then try to prove their superiority in this round now that they have the Spectres across the board.
Collecting the resources available to them, just using the Spectres as well. And this has been the repeat of what happened last game, but SANKAI were the ones winning that time, but now if SD, if we take advantage of the first 3 rounds, we might see a snowball here, and it might be a game 3. We'll still have to see though, as Headhunter is gonna be used. Dog is out. Nobody peeks out, and well, we go back into default here, and well, the Boombot's dead. Alright.
I actually want to know if that cam is gonna spot out the defenders trying to push out. Because if it does, then it's vital information. They knew that they were trying to push out. But JF, I mean, he's behind enemy lines. It's a force buy for the attack, but Titanium is gonna get a free upgrade out from JF, who was trying to take space over to that B site, but he chews more. Yeah, I mean, he gets more advantages than he would like now. 4 versus 5. Arthur an abuser. So has that sheriff, but still a takeover to that B site now. Abuser just waiting to get killed off by so many of these members, just sandwiching on all over the B heaven side. Blast pack kills him off, but it's the one tap, not connecting out from intent to a 3v3, a double kill from Somniac, who had the better gun from Superior Division. All left up to Titanium, who just proves that he's not made of titanium. 8-6. It's 2 round wins, a lead for the members of the attack.
Well, Titanium looked like gelato that round, but it's gonna be the gun round for them. Again, just looking at how Superior Division has been playing out compared to last map, they've certainly adjusted to the playstyle of SANKAI here. As again, SANKAI, they're the ones struggling getting the rounds here, and for Superior Division, it seems like they're multiplying right now with the amount of momentum that they have on the board. If they can get the bonus round here, this is gonna be huge for them at the second round. It's gonna be the TP out already onto Vents. Might have seen a J production here, but it seems that, oh no. Intense. Oh no, the timing. I don't like this. I don't like this.
The takeover to mid Vents at least restrains a bit of the options out from SK1, but that trademark actually gives so much info, and Intense has the angle correctly placed. He does whip out that paranoia, and production just whips out the run and gun with that ghost. All left up to the member who has the judge, but he picks up the Spectre for his troubles now. While everybody else on SANKAI just took matters into the B push. 4 versus 1 left all up to the Rays. While Loud is down to at least 60% HP. He has to work wonders now from Abuser, but he only gets a double and gets taken out. Reverse 6-9, and what a nice scoreline out from the attack.
What happened to the rifles of SANKAI? Did they not use it? What happened? They got blown out. They got blown out proportion there, and Superior Division, they're the ones on top here now with a very nice scoreline. But looking at how things have panned out, it looks like Superior Division, they don't really have a star player on their side because everyone's working in tandem as well here, Dad.
Everybody's just contributing equally. Quality is what you need in order to move forward into success. This time, though, for members of SD, they get stopped by 1 bullet, and that's Intense, just shutting off the smoker. But 2 kills traded out immediately by the opposition. 3v3 as the attack is going to have the numbers advantage this time around. Resurrection up, 1 tap out from Arthur, 1 abuser, but still, the advantage coming in the way of SD, and they even spot out Titanium. 1 versus 3, only having the Sheriff, but gets destroyed by the Phantom that Sexy has in his hands. 10-6, another win for Superior Division, and 1 step closer to force out Map 3.
Map 3, again, we still haven't seen Superior... we keep saying this again and again, but again, like Superior Division, we haven't seen them play yet because of what happened in the quarterfinals. But if there's one thing that we're surprised here is that Superior Division, I think they like split. Yeah. I feel like yes, SANKAI did have, you know, the ban from earlier might have been one of their pocket picks, but and seems that their pick hasn't been working out for them as well. Gonna be the flash out. Artio, an abuser, getting 1 kill, and oh no, aim proportions not working out at the end of the day. As Skyman gets 1 kill on the board, and now 2v5 just like that, and Sexy's all stuck by the slow sum here in B main. He can't even move at all. It's been pre-sighted. Somniac is gonna get the last kill, and Blaze ignites him up, and it's now 7-10, and a flawless victory at that for them to start this comeback.
Wasn't as clean this time around for the attack Superior Division, although they tried to invest as many players to overwhelm the defense. SANKAI, who actually won out a bit of the picks that they needed while they were trying to secure the B site there. Somniac, who was alone, who was around the mid side trying to lurk and make as much noise as he could, he was stopped by the early wall from Blaze, therefore did not provide any value into trying to take the B Heaven side. They were trying to at least invest a bit of their players around, but for SANKAI, they have balls of steel. They ignore boom bots. They still hold the same angles. They have trust in themselves that they could take the pick, but he's not pushing up. There's a possibility of the operator, and they know it.
Again. Operator in hand. Might be possible, but it's weird that Intense doesn't have any armor at all. He had money to buy it too, so what gives?
No, because of the boom bot.
Oh, the boom bot. Well,
Because of the boom bot.
yeah, that's your fault, boom bot. I didn't see. My bad. Oh, the loud though. Okay, Kaiman's out. Paranoia is online as well. That's gonna be one quick kill. Gonna get another one though. Gets traded out here at the seams, and Blaze doesn't get the peek out. Oh, gets one kill, and he gets two. Blaze in a burning ball of fire gets a lineup. Go for two. Doesn't get the third one though. Is loud. Stuck in a 2v1. 7 bullets in the chamber. He has to reload. Doesn't commit on it. And now he has to fend them off here. 20 seconds remaining. Has one slow orb to play with, but he's gonna get shot off at the wayside here from Intense. 8-10. What a denial coming in from Blaze there.
Oh man, I mean, that showstopper could have ended the defense over towards that B Heaven side, but Blaze just has the biggest balls. I mean, come on. Staring down the barrel of that showstopper, he did not actually budge. He wanted to still hold down that angle, knowing that Superior Division would come off the same angle that he was looking at. And the perfect crosshair placement over to the sky, and eventually readjusting over to the raise in the air, might say, was impressive to say the least. SANKAI was able to snowball off of that and able to at least cut it a bit more closer against Superior Division, who still have the upper hand this time, but are able to stop a bit of the momentum, especially now that they still have the operator in the hands of Intense, who has been impressive with the op whenever he would have the opportunity to have it.
Opportunity rising up for the side of SANKAI once again in Superior Division. They are getting split up in both fronts. Thing is, though, slow orb is available. Heal as well. And the TP gets denied as well, and they might have reached too close to the sun here. Coming in from Superior Division. Paranoia out as well. It's a 2v5, and they have all the ultimates in the world, and Blaze. They're in a world of hurt here. They get to peek out, and Blaze peeks him off as well. A flawless victory again for the side of SANKAI. And Blaze is the front runner of all of this. The timeout is called out, and it's duly needed for Superior Division.
Yeah, I mean, this time they're losing a lot of their heat. They're losing a lot of steam heading into the latter stages of this game. SANKAI are perfectly adapting to the pushes, although may it be fast, may it be slow, SANKAI have been perfectly recognizing it in the last 3 rounds, especially when Superior Division were willing to at least invest so many of the huge ultimates that they needed for them to have the push happening for themselves. But the problem was that the key players out from the members of SANKAI were in prime position to take all of those advantages away. And eventually the gunfights, it hasn't been working out so well for them, especially since that Intense was also really good on the up in a lot of these clutch moments. And I should not mention the biggest balls in the world in this matchup so far, Blaze, who is playing the Sentinel role, but he has been fragging out like a duelist time and time again.
And just looking how they've been actually marching up here for the side of SANKAI. This is a CT-sided map, mind you. So, again, I expected a lot more from... Yeah, it's CT-sided, dude. Come on. Hell, dude, if they get mid-control here, that's like it's over. TP out though by Jet Production, making a fast rotate over to vents as well, giving a lot of faces of opportunity here, but they only have what it seems to be a yard sale, and Kaiman already killing out Somniac is so good for the side of SANKAI, and now they can just rotate all throughout this side. Sexy though, trying to make things work. He gets one kill. Can he get more? He gets a TP out and he gets punished from it. He gets another kill, and that's a drop down headshot from Kaiman from hell. He is just an emissary of hell here.
One bullet.
Might be going for more. Loud speakers on. Does he get the kill? And wallbang headshot from our 301 abuser. What is going on in this map? We tie things up, Dad.
I mean, this Omen from Superior Division has been making the same play for, I believe, 2 or 3 rounds now. He tries to take control of the vent side, but it's always the trademark that stops it. It's the same result of him trying to destroy it and make as much noise as he could around the A heaven side. But for SANKAI, they were definitely aware of what the Omen was trying to do. The play was always to push on to that B heaven side, and while Sexy was impressive into taking those 2 kills that would have mattered so much, unfortunately, they did not have the best firepower to deal with Kaiman on the back of pillar. They weren't able to push on to the site, and they're not able to at least convert it to the secure of the objective. This time though, it's the same push over and over, but this time they're not trying to take advantage of the push on towards the vents area. They're gonna commit everybody over to that A heaven side, but it's Kaiman again who starts off the action so perfectly. 3 kills over towards the SANKAI members, while SD are left to try to go for the resurrection and try to make it a bit more easier on their side now that they got Sexy back in the hand.
They get the revive out and they're not doing it. Flash out. J Production gets a TP out, doesn't get him on time, and again Kaiman! He's the guy! He's the guy defending the site, standing his ground, proving his worth. And now, after so many rounds, SANKAI, they finally have the round advantage here in Split, and they're not stopping anytime soon here, Dad.
A good hold as well from Kaiman, not only on that B heaven side, but when he retreated back towards that back pillar, then you'd know that he's in prime position to take control of the round. The guy was taking multi-frags after multi-frags right after his most impactful one, which was when he took control of that B site time and time again. This time, it forces SD to go on a low buy, a half buy of sorts that is forcing them to play a bit more close, but since they're playing around A, it's a bit of a tall task to say.
Yeah, and well, none of the agents here are actually spotted out, but look in mid though! Our 301! That's a free kill! Might TP out as well in the smoke and J Production.
No!
Surprises Blaze out of the water. It gets smoked out. Trademark gets destroyed as well. They have a site at the ropes, but the tour de force is now available if the chamber pops off.
They're hesitating.
They heard that Intense is there. And Abuser is here as well. No! He doesn't get the kill! How did he get the kill with the operator? Oh no. They have to look through Heaven now, what seems to be. But they need to destroy the Seekers first before anything else. He gets destroyed. Tour de force is out. If he can get the kill through the smoke, it didn't happen though in Kazu. He's just bunny hopping here. He doesn't get a kill, tries the 360 out. A nice attempt, but now the Dimensional Drift is used. It's a 2v3. They're playing off the ultimate, and he can find one. Flash out. Kaiman gets one. Can he get another one? That's a run and gun now.
Bomb.
It's a 1v1.
He smoked the bomb.
Can
He smoked the
Sexy
bomb.
hold it off? He smoked himself off. Is he gonna commit? Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake.
No.
Pros don't fake. No. Titanium. Huge.
No!
Huge. Diffused by Titanium. He had the balls of steel that game, and it's truly made out of titanium. We go into match point. What a heroic and brave play by SANKAI.
Match point, series point dropout. We are at the brink of crowning SANKAI their grand final spot down at the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1, and it was off the back of a perfect control, a retake scenario in a 2v3. Again, that's huge. They've taken out one of the most important players around Superior Division from the operator, out from the hands of Intense. And if you remember, Dropout in that round 2v3, they needed to at least support around Hey Heaven side, but they let go of so many of their post-plant positions that Omen did not need to peek. They didn't need to at least contest over towards that side, but R301 Abuser and Intense just popping up again. They want to end the series right now. Intense, a double kill. Kaiman playing around, but it's the right but Kazu, triple kill to try to save the series. Tried to save it for the members of Superior Division. Down to a 2 versus 1. Doable. He has the spike. He has the ultimate, but they're playing around him. Titanium and Blaze goes for the double lurk around Kazu. The backstab could be enough, but they instead go for the 3v run, resurrecting Intense back into the match. And all left up to Kazu, 1 versus 3. Showstopper out, could get the double, but he only gets 1. 4K from Kazu, but Blaze just stops him in his tracks. SANKAI secure that grand final spot and eliminates Superior Division in the semifinals.
That was a barn burner of a match there, just because of the amount of heroics that SANKAI has put up here the entire series. They're gonna be securing their spot as well. And I do have to commend Superior Division for holding out in the second half, but it wasn't enough. And again, Titanium was just too ballsy. He had, he wasn't even in the top. He wasn't even top fracking, but that was so essential for SANKAI to win out that round. And because he had nothing left to lose, he bet it all on the defuse. He got the team to match point, and they closed it out just like that.
Good lord. SANKAI. That, if that just tells you who the favorites are in that game, I mean, this just shows how much of a strong contender are for SANKAI. I mean, yeah, they teabag all around, but they deserve a bit of the praises. These guys were playing off so well off of each other, and not only that, their individual skill also shined through, especially for Blaze and R301 Abuser, who have been stars all throughout this game. SD, although they've been fighting back all of the action happening, especially when they picked up the Odins, they at least put everything on equal ground. But when it came to the gunfights and when it came to all the perfect timings, it was all a SANKAI all throughout, especially that were able to snowball a bit of a win streak for themselves now that they went into the second half. They lost a bit of the rounds, especially with members of Superior Division able to make that Odin to put use, but in the end, it was all in the matter of how well they can secure the objective and map control, and SANKAI definitely deserve that spot and the recognition as well for the two players, R301 Abuser and Blaze. I just cannot stop thinking about them.
Yeah, and again, at the end of the day, that's gonna be one team getting the grand final spot. When we come back though, at 8 p.m. Singaporean time, we're gonna have our next set of matches there. It's gonna be ESC EQUINE versus Team Ratata, but that's gonna be the end of the broadcast for now. We're gonna be back at
I have a question for you before we end the stream. Before we end and take off in a bit of a 4-hour break, I just want to ask you, since it is between Team Ratata versus ESC EQUINE, And of course, since we are on the broadcast, as I have to ask you this, it's a very controversial question between
Oh.
Team Ratata versus ESC EQUINE, and you've seen how SANKAI perform right now, and they're hella strong. Who do you think has the stronger, I'd say, chance against the members of Artrio and Abuser and the like?
Hard question. Again, I can't really base an assessment here unless we see them play out. So I'm gonna hold on to your question for now, but I'm gonna hover it over to Team Ratata. How about you, Dan?
Actually, I actually have my same bets on Team Ratata. They as I've said all throughout like the series, everybody has been playing that pug style all throughout. In the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series 1, I've noticed that all throughout, like all of the teams that have been playing the same pug style, it has been Team Ratata who put that out beautifully. If you watch a lot of their games in the past few playoffs, then you'd see how well they play that pug style correctly. Individual skill has always been the ceiling to measure how much pug style they have to offer. But for Team Ratata, they have been always on display whenever we put that pug style to question. Now that we're going to be seeing them potentially taking the series against ESE EQUINE, then I'm very much excited to see if they're able to hold down that word.
Yeah, and if they hold out their word, it's gonna be a banger. But we'll be back though in a bit. At 8 p.m. Don't miss it. Singaporean time. But my name is Dropout Candy, and with me is that Femina. This has been the DeVicto Valorant Collegiate Series. This is the first semifinals. We're gonna have the semifinals later in the evening, but that's gonna be it for us in the broadcast. We'll see you later, guys. But we'll be right back as well.
See you.
I've lost control.